Hello, I'm Jenny from Arena Wild Tribe. Today we're going to see if we can make a little pot. This little pot here has got a lid and it's got a hole in the middle so you can put in maybe a secret message, something very small, tiny piece of jewellery, and maybe give it to a friend. I've also decorated the pot and I've got the lid that goes back on. This pot is made from elder. I've got an elder growing in the garden. I'm just going to bring a little bit over. I'm right by the elder. It's a very small plant at the moment, but it will grow into a fairly big tree. Elder, the leaves are like this. They normally have 5 leaves on one stem. The bark is easily distinguishable because it is very rough and knobbly. And it has these little bits here every now and again, okay, which separate off this part from this part. So this is the piece that I have cut. So first of all, you will need to find some elder. And the reason elder is good is because in the middle, if you can see on that, there is a little bit that is different to the rest and it's much softer, and we can take that middle piece out. So I've got my elder. I also need a little bit of willow, but it can be any sticks that will fit into that hole. So I've just collected a little bit of willow because it grows in my garden of different thicknesses. You may need some loppers just to be able to cut the willow, and some secateurs for cutting, loppers for cutting the elder, and maybe some secateurs for cutting some willow. But you might just be able to find ordinary sticks instead of willow. And I have some pens for decoration. I have a tent peg for taking the pith out. But again, you could use a piece of willow or a stick. But please do ask permission and make sure, first of all, that you can find some elder. So you just need a length. It doesn't have to be that long. I'm going to make that a bit shorter. I'm going to use my loppers on my little workstation, and I'm going to cut a bit there. I'm going to cut another bit here. So that's the bit I'm going to use. Okay, and then I need to cut a little bit off for the lid. So I have got my pot and my lid. And then, using the tent peg, I'm going to take the pith out the middle. So you can probably see, pops out, little white bit that pops out. Scrape it all out with the tent peg. And then I'm going to do the same for this one. That's what you saw, that pop out, pull the tent peg out and do it again. But you could do it with a strong stick and keep pushing until all the pith comes out. You can do it from either end. So you're left with a hole in the middle that you could put your secret note or whatever. This piece is quite small. This piece of elder is quite narrow, but I can still have a little rolled up piece of paper in there to write a secret note if I wanted to. Okay, and then what we need to do, if we get the willow, we need to put that in the bottom to make sure it's a nice tight fit. That's going to be a bit thin. Let me try this one, so that nothing falls out the end. Right, so I think I need to cut my willow about here using my secateurs, and then make a little, use that as a bung there and cut that off. So that's going to be the bottom of my pot. It does need to be quite a tight fit. So I've still got the hole, but I've got a bung at the bottom now. Okay, and then we need to do the same for the lid. So with the lid, you put the piece of willow through, nice tight fit, like that. but we need a little bit at the end to fit into the top of the pot. I'm going to cut that one off. Okay, so I have my pot, and then very simply you can just peel off the bark just with your fingers all the way round. So I'm doing the lid at the moment, but it comes off nice and clean. Okay, and peel it all the way round, and then you can, with your felt tips, you might want to dry it off a little bit, but with your Sharpies or your felt tips you can start doing little patterns on it. Okay, like that. And then you can do it for the rest of your pot. So when you've finished, you've got a decorated one like this. And then you can open it up, maybe write a little note for your brother or sister or your parents or a best friend. Put the note in, put the lid on and give it to them, or maybe hide it somewhere for them to find. Hope you've enjoyed that. Have a go. I got my idea from Forest Craft, which is a book for children, lots of little projects. It's by Richard Irvine. Forest Craft by Richard Irvine. Thank you for watching, and remember to look after yourself, look after each other, and look after the environment. Bye.